jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, subscribe.
WCS back on the Boulevard once again. Big shout out to the supporters as always. We on deck for another one. Hold 1 minute. Hold on for 1 minute. What's good? Big Blunts and Boxing first in the building. You already know these, man. Appreciate the ones that's first in the building. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you got the notification. I was searching. I'm live and I didn't even see it out there myself. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, man, whatever. Damn. How can you be live and you don't even see your own shit? Pop on deck. What's good? Let's go. Andrew Charles in the building. WCS salute on deck once again. Andrew, appreciate you, brother. Toby Bullet. Okay, in the building. Salute to you on deck. Salute WCS in the chat. The XO Factory on deck once again. OG, I see you putting in that work. Let's get it. Smash the like button, everyone. Salute to everyone that's on deck in the building. Big shout out to all of you that showed up. I'm assuming you got the notification. This is going to be another hot one. You know what I'm saying? The reason being is you already know. You already know. I'm definitely going against the grain on this one. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, dislocate any type of communication lines or bridges with anybody else that believes what they believe. I'm not in competition. I'm just telling you what I believe, what I think. You know, I mean, I think I have at least about 50 to 100, you know, opportunities out there to be wrong at something. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? As we have, you know, I mean, it's obvious. You know, D Young on deck. What it do, man? On deck. So let's get down to let's get Anthony Jerry Danes first of all. I can't believe I had somebody, you know, tell me, actually sent me a DM and said my thumbnail, Anthony Joshua was blurry. No shit. No shit, he blurry. I said to myself, no shit, dog. they sent me a goddamn DM and say Anthony Joshua was blurry. I said, no shit, that was the whole point, man. Okay, getting to the new trainer situation. First of all, If you're in the building, hit the like button. Let's talk about some of the big news is out there selecting Derrick James as his new trainer. Now, in the past, this former two-time Anthony Joshua has been known. Anthony Joshua at this point in his career, right? Record of 43 defeats, 22 knockouts. He's about to step in there April 1st against Jermaine Franklin. The same Jermaine Franklin who had a pretty decent, I'm talking about decent, short notice fight against Dillian White. Now, for those of you that always have been here, way back when, I've been on record as saying that I really don't think too highly of Dillian White. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like he was doing a little bit too much without the performance grade. Even though his resume, he does have a pretty decent resume. He don't have that many losses, but his losses came with KOs. You know what I'm saying? He kind of give you the Linares effect, right? but peep this out though. Franklin's 21 victories in, 1 defeat, 14 knockouts. He went in there to face Dillian White his last outing, and he lost. And we all knew Anthony Joshua was sitting right outside the apron, and they was up there saying, well, this may potentially be Joshua's next fight. And I'm saying to myself, why though? Why? Why would this be Joshua's next fight? So when Dillian White won, I said, okay, he's going to fight Dillian White. It only makes sense. He's going to fight Dillian White. No, he chose the loser. And look, we can play devil's advocate, right? We can say, well, Joshua thought that Franklin may have won, or he just didn't want to go in there and face Dillian White. Who knows? I don't know what it is, Josh. I can't really dial it all in. It's almost like back in the day when internet just came on deck. For those of you that was living, we had a dial-up connection, and they used to make that sound, and you used to just wait for that sound to finish, and then see that connection green up. And you say, good, but you had to listen to the sound, y'all, of the dial-up connection. You know what I'm saying? Because our layers, the wires and everything, our whole method of connecting for internet was different. This is kind of how we get when we deal with Anthony Joshua. Joshua as a fighter to me is almost like a dial-up connection. He hasn't yet caught up because he was protected so much. He hasn't technology yet. He hasn't caught up to the new age. You know what I'm saying? The evolution. Some of what he does in the ring, to me, he should have been erased that. When he was polishing and putting wrinkles into his game back in the day, he should have been past that already. But I look at Joshua in this sense right here. I would say with confidence, all the confidence in the world, I believe he lost the gold medal round in the London Olympics. I do. Anyone of you look at that fight, you tell me different. So I believe wholeheartedly he was gifted. He was gifted that gold medal. Then when he came over, finally, he was gifted another entry into the championship rim. That entry was allowed by Tyson Fury. Once Tyson Fury left the sport, it allowed Anthony Joshua to take over as the big name. So Eddie Hearn started off on this excursion in collecting belts. And that's what you have today. So it got to a point where Anthony Joshua was pretty much winning these fights and everything. And boxing is a global sport, right? So the word was out that, okay, maybe he'll fight Deontay Wilder, or maybe he'll just fight any fighter in the U.S. He attempted to come to the U.S. It was an absolute debacle. Eddie Hearns made a mockery of the U.S. when he came over here. He paraded through the streets, asking random millions, did they know who Deontay Wilder was? Anthony Joshua participated. Anthony Joshua wanted to pretend like he was pretending like he was signing a contract to fight Deontay Wilder. And I always pay attention to that because that hocus pocus has always been around boxing forever and a day, man. I don't know why they put on so many magic shows. But when Eddie Hearns came over here, they had selected media. We tried to get in now. We tried. They had selected specific media, right? Joshua was putting up a facade like he was signing a contract to fight Wilder, when in fact, Eddie Hearns' name was on the contract. That's fact. He's going around there in New York asking people, do you know Deontay Wilder? No, who's that? Football player? Oh, okay. Do you know Deontay Wilder? He was just asking random people who you can tell was pre-selected. Pre-selected people. So they came over here to the U.S. thinking they was going to make a huge, imprint in the U.S. market because people believed that Joshua needed the U.S. fight fans to change levels, to elevate his status to a global superstar. See, a lot of people was out here lying on Facebook and YouTube back in the day when they were saying that Anthony Joshua was this global phenomenon, that Deontay Wilder wish he can be in his shoes. That Anthony Joshua fit the mold of a Muhammad Ali. If you go back in the day, Joshua had an all red ring attire, and then he changed it to the white trunks. And they really started to build Anthony Joshua up to emulate that of the great Muhammad Ali. All right. So going back to NYC, right? He's supposed to step in there and face Jarrell Miller. And that turned into an absolute nightmare, right? Nightmare number one was Jarrell Miller was absolutely disrespecting this man. No etiquette. Not nowhere close to being cordial. As boxers, no esprit. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit. No esprit de corps. No sportsmanship. Jarrell was talking about his mother, everything, right? Unfortunately for Jarrell Miller, he wasn't able to go in the ring and try to expound on that, to collect the titles by going in there and being the first man to defeat Anthony Joshua. He ended up popping positive for a lot of shit, right? So then they bring in Andy in there and give Joshua his first loss. Now, I'm not here to give you the whole layout. I just had to bring you up to speed on the first time he took that L and the games that Eddie Hearns played and Joshua when they came over here to the U.S. They played games. I never really liked Joshua like that as a boxer. I don't know him as a human being, as on a personal level. I just always thought he was overrated, and he was in the right place, in his life. God blessed him to be over there in the UK. Because if he would have been over here in the US, it would have been different, right? So spinning this full speed, right? Putting on the jetpacks a little bit. We come full steam ahead with Joshua losing to Andy Ruiz and losing to Alexander Usyk twice, having 3 losses on his record. A lot has changed since the first time that we was getting Anthony Joshua Wilder, back and forth online, verbal jousting, hopefully wishing that they would fight one another. That shit was goddamn every day, all day back then. Like, is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? It never happened, right? Now we come full circle. Joshua, all of a sudden, the wings on the plane work. Now we've been seeing him over here in the US a lot more. It's almost like he exhausted all the resources, the training resources that he had over there across the pond to bring his ass over here to the US finally. Because his stock has dropped tremendously, astronomically. Now he's still getting paid, but if you're talking about getting into some fights that people want to see, then it's really only one fight out there for you, Joshua. And that is you fighting Deontay Wilder. No one wants to see you fight Jermaine Franklin. No one wants to see you fight Dillian White. No one really wants to see you fight Tyson Fury. But they were pretty damn well stop what they're doing if the news broke that she was finally getting up enough cojones to fight Deontay Wilder. Real talk. That's not the case. Anthony Joshua, looking at the last fight that he was ringside, he's going in there against Jermaine Franklin. Now, the best person on Jermaine Franklin's resume at the time, right now, is Dillian White. He did well for himself. I like Jermaine Franklin, man. Show heart. Show mad heart, bro. And this was not even with a full fight camp. Now Anthony Joshua is about to fight a common opponent of Dillian White. Anthony Joshua and Jermaine Franklin now have a common opponent of Dillian White, who Joshua faced early in his career. And it was before Joshua was even champion. But now Joshua has de-elevated, descended, that he's about to fight a common opponent of Dillian White. Wow. How does that work? You have been two-time unified champion, big dog. How does that work? How does that work? Now, of course, Joshua still has some Wall Street. People come see him fight. You know what I'm saying? Hold on for a second. I don't know why. Hold on for a second. Okay. Hold on. Let me check that out right quick. Hold on. All right. What about now? Put a Y in the chat. And appreciate y'all letting me know about that. Because I was trying to adjust to while I was talking, but I guess it was still messing up. How's that? How's that audio? Just put a Y in the chat if it's cool and if it's not. We're working with syllables or vowels, sometimes Y. How's that audio now, man? You know, if it's cool, just let me know, man. Just let me know. All right, cool. Appreciate you, Cam. Shout out to Cam Edwards on deck. Salute to you, brother, for pulling up. Salute to everyone that's in the building. Damn, I'm glad AJ's blurry because I thought it was my eyes. Man, stop it, dog. Stop it. You know who the hell that was, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way in hell your right eye is going to be that much worse than your left eye. You don't even know it. Especially you up here reading comments. Stick 'em boys on deck, man. Salute to you. Salute WCS. Salute chat fam. The Proper Gentleman, I'm a Good Boy, Sweet Caroline marketing act also did work for AJ in US. Nobody was feeling that, especially after the Ruiz debacle. Shout out to L Dog in the building. AJ has no heart, and that's something you can't teach. You're absolutely right about it. G said Dudley boys in the building. 4-2. Nebraska stand up. Hey, shout out to the Dudley boys, man. I actually grew up off the Dudley boys, you know what I'm saying? But in the YTC realm of the universe, man, we're gonna give a big shout out to one half of the social media Dudley boys, you know what I'm saying? Salute to you. Salute to you. King Mitch on deck. I see you, Mitch, in the building. I don't give a F about Tank versus Kane. We're gonna get to that because I have to clear up some stuff. I gotta clear up some things, right? And hopefully I don't, make anybody upset because y'all know how much I care about that. I care dearly. Not throw these belts in the rubbish. So back to Anthony Joshua, right? So all of a sudden, Jermaine Franklin wins and beat Dillian White, a common opponent of Anthony Joshua back in the day, right? And he's left. He's pretty much tried to repair something. You know, like they talk about heart. You know what I'm saying? We've seen Anthony Joshua kind of falter in situations where he need to fight out of adversity so he can show people how much the dog, the dog, the fight in the dog. Do you have that heart that can allow you to fight out of adversity? Sometimes he is faulted in that, right? So he's at a point right now where he's starting to allow his wings to work, flying over here to the U.S. And we heard we've seen in the last several months that he's been doing cameos over here. You remember when he touched down, he was at Derrick James, and then he was he was at another gym and another gym. So people was like, what he's doing over here, he's finally gonna come over to the US and get some training. So word has broke that Joshua has selected Derrick James as his new trainer. Now, if you know, Derrick James is the owner of World Class Boxing Gym, from my understanding, over in Dallas, right? And he has 2 unified champions under his charge, plus some other fighters. So Joshua is no stranger to the spotlight. If you can put Joshua in the spotlight, cool. In a positive way, he's cool with it. The only time Joshua doesn't do well in the spotlight is when there's a big challenge that he's not sure of. Like Eddie Hearns can't protect him no more. He's not sure if he can handle that. Derrick James has to understand there's something more serious than just teaching Joshua in a couple of months on how to polish or put some wrinkles into his game. How are you going to do that, DJ? Why would you take on a task? Listen to me, people. Why would you take on a task of Anthony Joshua? And us, the boxing fans, are sitting up here freaking waiting for Dane Spence to fight Thurman. Because it's all a farce, bro. Once again, they sit up here and they puppetize the damn listeners. They put you on the carousel and they don't give a fuck about you. Hey man, just sit right there till I get back, okay? And they just keep speeding that carousel up. That motherfucker going round and round and round. That's it. The carousel of lies. Why would Joshua come over here knowing damn well his primo, Errol Spence, right? He was supposed to be set to fight a Keith Thurman, in Errol Spence's words, April, May, or June. Anthony Joshua fight is April 1st, right? So therefore, you're going to take all these months, February, March, April, you're in there totally dedicated to Anthony Joshua to help him go in there and defeat Jermaine Franklin. There's no way in hell Errol Spence is getting the same amount of time allotted to him as freaking Anthony Joshua. It's no way. It's not even nowhere close, bro. We can't sit up here and assume this shit. That is typical of boxing. You can't get on here and talk about the woes and the pain and the anguish that goes along with reporting on this sport without sounding like you in a whiny type of freaking rant. But I'm just being honest, like Derrick James taking on Joshua when it was put out there that so-and-so ordered this and this fight has to be made or this person gonna be stripped. Well, it just seems like nobody's really giving a damn because they waiting on Terrence Crawford to fight his mandatory. So Derrick James takes on Anthony Joshua. All his time is dedicated to Joshua. What the fuck is Spence doing? I'm not saying he's out of the gym. I'm just saying, how can you take on 2 names like this for 2 big fights at the same window damn near? So let's just say it ends, the shit shuts down the week before April 1st, right? Hopefully somewhere around that time, from February 7th to around March, all right? Around March, end of March, we hear something about Thurman Spence. If we don't hear nothing about Thurman Spence, that means this whole little propaganda of announcements and everything that they was going to fight, it's all been lies. It's all been lies. Because now people are more focused on Anthony Joshua training with Derrick James than they are talking about Spence Thurman. What the fuck is going on? Like, this is supposed to be The top of the heap, the priority at the boxing list of potential fights in 2023. And once again, they're trying to take advantage of us. Why? Because that is the behavior. You know what I'm saying? That's the mannerisms. That's what they feel we used to. They can continue to do this shit to us all the time. You know what I'm saying? How can you train 2 elite fighters for 2023 calendar and allot your time to both fighters? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's not going to happen. So I don't know what the hell's going on with Spence over there. You know what I'm saying? Hearing this news right here, he's gonna have to dedicate all this special time to Joshua. I'm pretty sure he's gonna love that, getting all that publicity. Joshua's over here training in his gym. Yeah, I wonder how that played out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering what you saw in Jamel Charlo and Errol Spence to bring Joshua, for Joshua to say, okay, I want to go over here and allow Derrick James to teach me. You know what I'm saying? What can he teach me as Anthony Joshua at this point in your career? First of all, you need to do some road work, because for the longest time now, I've invested my time in you, Joshua, and you don't have good cardio, bro. You don't have quality dependable cardio. Your cardio is like an old Chevette. You can press that thing to the floor. It's only going to give you a little bit. It's not going to give you that out the hole. You know what I'm saying? That 60-footer get out, scat. No, it's that old Chevette, bro. Anthony Joshua's cardio system is like a Chevette engine. And then at one point in time on that Chevette, AJ tried to put like a motherfucking canoe rack on top of that bitch. You know what I'm saying? He tried to get some bigger tires. They had some 8s on that motherfucker. And Joshua had, he tried to put some 10s or 11s on there. You know what I'm saying? He was busy up here trying to then put a sound system in the back. He was just adding weight on a frame that cannot handle that shit. So when you seen him step in there with Carlos Takam, dude was gassed. He's always had issues. Even when he stepped in there with Vladimir, he always had cardio. So the first things first, if you're going to step over there in Texas, you need to do road work, buddy. You need to switch it up. You need to hit the road, man. Because your cardio, man, the way you looked against Oleksandr Usyk, and I was on the road coming back when that fight was going on, right? And somebody was kind of giving me play-by-play. And you gassed in that fight too. Late rounds, you gassed, bro. He need to get some road work done first. Number one, AJ versus Franklin ain't no fucking big fight. It's not. It's not. No way, no how. Cam say, what's surprising is that Derrick James is training AJ rather than PBC stablemate Deontay Wilder. So let me get this right, Cam. There's no way that he can train Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder has his own stable. And one thing about Wilder, he's pretty faithful to his day ones, the ones that he the guys that he messed with that's in the camp. That's been noted for some time. It's no way, no how DJ is going to be training Deontay Wilder. No way. It ain't no way. Even though they're under the same umbrella, there's no way the Wilder's gonna go over there. I'm not saying he haven't been for him because we just seen that. We seen that, but no way he's ever going over there to GJ to do anything. You wanna know why, Cam? I can show you numero uno. I can show you one, which it pinched the hell out of me. You know what I'm saying? When I found this news out about AJ, I said, how many heavyweights does Derrick James have? How many heavyweights? Is it Marvelous Jarvis? How many heavyweights does he have in his stable? How many premier fighters? We know the premier fighters that he has over there. And it ain't Frank Martin. And Frank Martin does not fight at heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? So this, to me, y'all, is so distorted when you try to investigate the purpose of what the fuck is going on. This man has a short window of time to April 1st to attempt to train Anthony Joshua, who is outside the regular quota of fighters that he have in his gym at a higher weight class of heavyweight. How does that play into his good graces? Going to Derrick James, who just don't have a history with heavyweights, bro. Y'all tell me, did you see Zerto is fighting Gabe Rosado? Hey, thanks for that information, Bruce. To answer your question, no. But I like Gabe Rosado, man. I like Zerto too. You know what I'm saying? What's surprising is that Derrick James is training AJ rather than, okay, I read that. AJ Franklin ain't no effing big fight. Cape Man on deck. How you feeling, bro? This is a gimmick. I ventured off. Hold on for a second. I ventured off onto the IFL and some other UK channels, and all the pasty Brits were crapping on AJ. Yeah, they should. Like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while there. Tony Boswell on deck in the building. What's good, Tony? Much respect at W. The chat stopped in to show support and the like button. Salute my brother. Been a minute. Them folks was trying to hold me up. Hey, man, I feel you. Long as you good, bro, and you back on the boulevard, man. That's what counts. One love to you, man, for showing up once again. Tony Boswell on deck. Cam said DJ doesn't have any premier heavyweights at all. He doesn't. See, that's when I heard this news, I say, what is the purpose here? What's going on? First of all, why are you at this location, brother? Why in the hell are you at this location? We've been hearing about damn Spence alternative option, right? We're waiting for that to materialize. And then all this other damn precipitation of BS comes down in damn golf ball size hell. And motherfucker up here saying that Anthony Joshua selects Derrick James as what? Hold up. So we know Spence ain't gonna have no fight coming up. He's not gonna have no fight coming up any soon because all the focus is on Joshua. All his focus is on Joshua, bro. Unless Spence is going somewhere else to train. And he don't train at Running Shields gym. Guzman may train the Charlo brothers, but I haven't heard of him training Errol Spence. The real talk. Jose Guzman, yeah, he does have interplay with the Charlo brothers. But I haven't heard of Errol Spence being over there, nor have I seen any video or footage over there training with, Guzman. But anyway, back to AJ. I don't even want to put it out there that the timetable here in this news is disappointing. It is very frustrating, but not a lot of people are going to look at it through my lens, because my initial reaction to this, it wasn't the fact that AJ was there training with DJ. I'm saying Spence ain't fighting Thurman, so we're not even going to get any closer. Then I just started to slowly but surely make my way to why AJ was over here in the States. Why all of a sudden you take 2 losses in a row, you want to come over to the U.S. when you could have came over here when you was on top, and you could have had some big fights, but you never wanted to do it. Now you coming over here to the U.S. footprint, and Josh was so entitled, he had to go somewhere to a coach that has something going on. Like he could have got that dog. They could have worked that dog out in Joshua if he would have went to some other gyms that just didn't have champions, unified champions on deck. but yet they consider a quality trainer. He should have went somewhere where it was gonna get dark. You know what I'm saying? He should have went to another trainer that was really gonna, keep it honest with him and take him to some dark places, take him to a whole nother threshold. You know what I'm saying? Pain is weakness, leaving the body type of training camp. I don't think Derrick James is gonna be that guy, man. I think Derrick is gonna go up there and babysit Joshua. I think he's gonna attempt to teach him some fundamentally advanced boxing. But if he don't work on his cardio, what's the point? Because it's not like Joshua don't have no power or anything. He has power. But what are you going to teach him? He has to work on cardio. You could have went to 24-hour fitness and stayed your ass in the UK for cardio, bro. You could have did that. You could have got a membership of Planet Fitness, 24-hour LA Fitness, all that shit. You could have worked on your cardio. That is your problem. You put on all that muscle mass, but yet you're going to come over here to DJ, and he's supposed to teach you this miracle transformation. He's supposed to goddamn put you in a whole nother stratosphere. He's supposed to then reincarnate who you supposed to have been fights ago. You supposed to have been this fighter fights ago. Now you come over here to the US and he's going to give you this unbelievable transformation without working on your cardio. Yeah, you should come in there with a little less muscle mass. You know what I'm saying? Much more bags, your respiratory system is much more thorough and accountable. And whatever he chooses to work with you, it ain't like Joshua cannot box. He can box. He showed good head movement in his last fight against Usyk. He did. He was putting on the windshield wiper, but that, as a heavyweight, that takes energy. That takes a lot of fucking energy as a heavyweight to be, slipping shots like that, man. You got to have the cardio, bro. So let's see who is his strength and conditioning coach going to be. Now I'm curious to know who he brought with him. Did he bring anybody with him from the UK, or he just came over here and said, you know what, I'm gonna leave everything in your hands. I'm gonna let you just bless me with whatever that you got going on. This is going to be a very awkward type of couple of months coming up. Joshua's going to get publicity right now, but he's going to dip into, seclusion, because that's the way Derrick James like it. He like to goddamn pull the blinds down, make sure he have the damn 360 perimeter security up there so nobody can get in there. Even though when Errol Spence, that little footage of him being leaked, that wasn't from any U.S. freaking media. That was from a UK media outlet that he trusted. You know what I'm saying? Because he loved trusting them. He don't really trust the local YTC media. You know what I'm saying? He really don't trust us. But he wanted to trust them, and they still stabbed him in the back. Real talk. They still stabbed him in the back. They released that footage of Errol getting touched up by a Manny Pacquiao lookalike. And that was DJ's fault. But y'all stay close to the situation. We'll see how it play out. I'm looking at Joshua like, once again, bro, you trying to come over here after 2 losses like we the rebound. This country ain't the rebound for boxing. You should have brought your ass over here a long time ago, bro, and got that work. You know what the fuck you was deficient in. You should have came over here a long time ago, man. But you came over here, got punked out by Jarrell Miller, beat up by Andy Ruiz, and then you didn't want to come back over here and have another match that meant something. And then you come over here to DJ and you want to go on your media. I got DJ doesn't have any premier heavyweights. None, bro. And that just slapped the hell out of me. Like, why is DJ your choice? You couldn't find any other boxing coach, or you feel like Dallas is where you need to be because they can give you the shine and exposure that you need. You got to make sure the lights are just bright enough, they can shine directly on you. The air has to be different. You know what I'm saying? The catering has to be bar none, top notch for Joshua. He has to have that VIP concierge service. You know what I'm saying? That's Joshua. He's entitled, bro. He need to make sure when he walk in there, they're females in two pieces, you know, fanning them down with palm leaves and shit. They say Zerto having a step down fight, man. No, man, he's going in there with a boxer actor. That ain't a step down. He's going in there with a boxer actor, bro. Gade was on Creed, man. Give him his respect, bro. Black King Sports, man. On deck. Salute to you. It's just fun how they be shitting on all day AJ now, though. Total 180. Yeah, man. You know how it goes. He's been past due on that. He's been past due on that criticism. The great puppet master Al Heyman strikes with more media propaganda to take people focus off EJ and Mel. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Always. 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 Blunt says, so Spence might actually be getting busy in late May or June, like he said. He said April, May of June, right? So, still, look at it in this frame right here, Blunts. If he's entirely focused on Joshua all the way up to the last week before April 1st, before he steps in the ring, then let's just say Spence fight May. So you're trying to tell me April and sometime in May is still enough time to truly dedicate yourself for him to go in there and fight Thurman? I thought that was your star pupil there, Blunts. I thought that was DJ's star pupil. Blunts, we all believe that Errol Spence Jr. was DJ's star pupil. How can May or June be a suggestive time frame to say, you know what, we can still bless him with a guessing game like we always do. If Errol Spence is fighting in May, it's still good. How? Errol Spence is his star pupil, the unified champion. How in the hell you think Joshua's gonna come all the way over here to the UK without getting 100,000% dedication just for him? He would never would have selected Derrick James unless Derrick James was putting that time in on him. He's coming to a gym, bro, when he knows he has Errol Spence and Jermell Charlo. Though they both hurt, though they're both on the DL, you know what I'm saying? The disabled list. I guess that was a check mark for Joshua. Say, hey, you know what I mean? You know, me being over here, you know, it's okay. Both of your fighters, your star fighters on the DL list, is any way you can train me in April, you can. Say no more. I'll be there. Playing touchdown at 2000 tomorrow. I'll be there. 100%. 100% dedication just for me. I'll be there. Man, come on. Come on, bro. I don't care if Spence say May or June. He's supposed to be the star pupil. The star pupil of Derrick James' stable. And also including the fact, like I mentioned earlier, about him not having any heavyweights under his charge, bro. We're trying to get just one fight this year from Spence. And it just seems like he's going to have one fight after they see what's going on with Crawford or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway. And if it's May or June, that gives GJ a solid 8 to 10 weeks for Spence after AJ fight on April 1st. That's just a guessing point. You're guessing, Blunts. Like, you don't know if the fight, look, we can't continue to act like we on the short bus, Blunts. You and I, we can't act like that shit. Can't sit up and play the guessing game like when somebody tell you, hey man, I need 6 keys and 3 of those keys I need for them to be debt bolts. It's not like we okay, let me see. Hold up, dog. Hold up. Let me go, let me get my fingers. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. So you get 3 deadlocks out of 6. You know, let's see, 3 subtracted from 6. We ain't doing that. That's a guessing game. We need something that's solid, bro. I can't sit up here and continue to give passes on, well, let's just do hypotheticals. Well, here's still, we don't know a date in May. We don't know any type of date in June. We don't know when this dude's fighting. And let's just say it's in May. Is that still ample time with Joshua, all the attention focused on Joshua, for him to now redirect all that training that was going on Joshua and dial it back in for Spence? No, man, they don't operate like that. Spence is the star pupil. Spence is the freaking unified welterweight champion. Spence supposed to be this guy who's putting all the butts in the seat. And you're going to take on a UK fighter for a non-title fight against a guy who just stepped up and last minute notice in Jermaine Franklin? You're going to dedicate all that time to Joshua when your star pupil, Errol Spence Jr., next fight has 10 times more value to it than Joshua Franklin. It has 1,000 times more value than Joshua Franklin. This is huge. He needs to be on par, stepping in there with whoever he's going to fight. Who the fuck going to fight? We heard that Thurman might fight Crawford. We heard that Spence may fight Thurman. We can't guess like that, bro. That's called dysfunctional, man. That's called enabling a dysfunctional relationship. You know what I'm saying? Picking up negative learned behaviors just to guess on this shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, continue to guess on this bullshit all the time, man. We can't play no guessing game when Spence gonna fight. Why we don't know? Why we don't know when he gonna fight? We know Joshua is with Derrick James. That's all over the media. We know Anthony Joshua is with DJ. We know Errol Spence is internal to the stable of Derrick James, along with Jamel Charlo. So therefore, the priority has now switched. The priority is AJ. He ain't no secondary. He's priority. He's getting paid. He's getting paid for AJ to be the priority, bro. AJ just need an American brother to help his UK ass deal with the style like Franklin. So what you're saying is, since he's fighting the brother, not Jamaican UK hybrids, since he's fighting the brother Franklin, he need to come over here and have a black coach teach him. I get it. It's absolutely rubbish. I didn't hear too many mention how Robert Garcia don't have any heavyweights, though. Definitely no notable ones. So Robert Garcia did catch the same flack. The same. He caught the same flack, bro. Absolutely. People saying how he don't have heavyweights. Absolutely. Absolutely, they was criticizing him. AJ went to the place that has the most entitled stable of fighters and champions. I ain't gonna lie, that's one of the realest statements, man. I think that's the realest statement I've heard in February. For real. He said AJ went to the place that has the most entitled. That is the realest, true, pinpoint accuracy, hole in one. Entitled stable of fighters and champions. That's that, man. Bro, that's the truth. That's the absolute truth right there. Akeem Joshua come to sort out his royal oaths. L-Dog. Source say they working on Spence versus Barrios pay-per-view summer showdown. Look, L-Dog. I'm not even gonna really, get out the jackhammer and the excavator, the heavy equipment, and start digging into that bullshit. I really hope deep down inside he's not fighting a common opponent of Keith Thurman, when in fact Keith Thurman has already fought Barrios. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't sit well with a lot of us, because there's no way a heavy lifter like Errol Spence should be fighting a common opponent of a fighter that's been the former unified champion, but he's been ducking. He don't want to fight the guy because he has a grudge. He don't like him, even though he said he'll fight him back in the day. Just like Cam just said, entitled. Just because Keith Thurman didn't accept his request in an expeditious manner, now he's being blacklisted from the EJ HR department. Now he's being blacklisted. I told him, hey man, I ain't want to fight that dude, man. I told him I ain't want to fight that dude. I don't like that dude, Thurman. I ain't fighting that dude. That's all you heard on the audio. I ain't fighting that dude, man. Blunt say, that my ass OG fuck you get your ass on the treadmill. Man, it takes more than a treadmill, Blunts, because this is what I think has happened. I think these cats was catering to Anthony Joshua for quite some time, because when it comes to trainers, man, trainers aren't really based off of contract, all of them. So some of them trainers want to stay with Joshua, like he's a big deal over there. Like they want to stay on the boat while the current is flowing nicely. You know what I'm saying? They want to stay on the sails, bro. They want to go as far as they possibly can with these fighters. I think it was a lot of yes men, and they just didn't want to tell him, hey, Joshua, you need to start, digging a little bit deeper with your strength and conditioning and your cardio, because you keep on gassing out, bro. You keep on gassing out. You got the power. You know what I'm saying? You got the basic fundamentals down. But that all go to shit when you goddamn gas the fuck out, man. Tony says, so Spence Jr. is fighting. I just touched ground, headed home. Y'all fill me in. It was all these sanctioning bodies. It's pretty much saying that this had to be this fight had to happen. Well, pretty much entitled. Let me use the word entitled, just like it was mentioned. Al Heyman started to wave his wand, Allen, and make some things happen to the point where Errol Spence was going to take a fight at 154. At 154, serves zero purpose to the welterweight forecast. Zero. Because it's a non-title fight. He's supposed to go and fight Keith Thurman at 100 pounds, which makes no sense. Now, the crazy part about it, it was a non-title fight, and it won't be affected. You know why? Because Al Heyman sent up the message pigeon, okay? The pigeon carrier with a message, and they sent that to the sanctioning bodies to say, hey, we know he has a freaking Mandy coming up or whatever. Is it okay that we can go up 154? He won't be stripped of the title and all this other shit. All these other arrangements, these specifically catering to PBC and Errol Spence for him to go up there and be able to fight without any repercussions of being stripped of the title. So once again, boxing, the hocus pocus with the corruption wand, the corruptive wand, man, that they wave around. So he can go up to 54, fight for a non-title fight with Keith Thurman. And then if he chooses to come back down, he's able to drop back down to 47 and rumor mill fight Keith Thurman in a rematch. And that would be a title shot. All it is a bunch of bullshit, man. It's a bunch of smoke grenades, innocuous smoke grenades, just to goddamn take away your freaking vision while they sit up here and continue to mastermind shit behind the scene. I can't spend too much time on this dude, man. But yeah, Mitch says AJ has an entire team. We have to see what extent Derrick is going to involve. Might be only in the ring shit. Either way, he's most likely beat Franklin. Look at it this way, Mitch. This dude is all the way over here in the U.S. You're speaking about an entire team, Mitch. Like once again, you're trying to basically say, hey, the alphabets, the first letter is A. Okay, I know you know the entire alphabet, but the first letter is A. In order for you to get to element of P, you got to start with A. No, I got to start with element of P, goddammit. We just didn't start this yesterday. We all know this dude has a team, bro. We've been around here long enough to know he has a team. But check out his location. He's at element of P. He's down the motherfucker. He's all the way past D. He's the element of P. He's all the way in freaking Texas, away from the UK. Ain't nobody gotta, be told that he has a team. Why is he over here though? If he has a team, why is he over here? Because some dynamic on the team has fragmented. It's not the way it used to be when he was protected by Eddie Hearns. You know what I'm saying? That shit ran out. So now he's hiding out over in the U.S. The shit blow over, and he want to go in here and get training from a black trainer to go in there and fight a brother. Hey man, I thought I had to come over here because we brothers, right? We brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'm stepping in with that sucker Jermaine Franklin, man, that jive turkey, man. I need somebody to let he's a slick fighter too. You know what I'm saying? Show pretty damn cardio and everything. But I that's why I came to you in Dallas, man. Y'all got the clubs over here. You got the babes. You got everything I'm looking for. Because I need an entitled stable to be around me. You know what I'm saying? I need the women putting baby oil on me. Yeah. Man, stop it. That's what I'm saying. Hoping W says he was going to go somewhere where things was going to get real tough today. That's not the case there, Toby. He came over here to Dallas, bro. Here to Dallas, man. So I expect with the short window he has from the 7th of February to April 1st, right? You got to extract a month off that. That's very short time. Extremely short time, bro. He can't be at the club. He can't be seen out. This is basically going off the grid. Anthony Joshua needs to go off the grid. If you come all the way over here from the UK, you need to jump off the grid. You need to really settle down and do some 2-a-days and get your cardio. Because really, I don't know how great of shape he in right now. But even with the cardio situation, hey man, we'll see what's popping, man. We'll see what's up. Derrick James charged him 42% of his purse. Guaranteed stoppage or knockout with his services. God damn, dog. 42%. That's a damn good number. That's a damn good number right there. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Blunts, we hope he performs higher than 42%. Because you remember, Spence stepped in there with Garcia, and you already know the percentage that Derrick James said he was then. So let's hope that Joshua performs above 42% in the ring. Wait, what knockout artist? Does Derrick James train? Oh, I ain't say no knockout artist. You must be talking somewhere else. Shit. I don't know what knockout artist, because it's man up seasons over there. It's man up. Not man down. Man the fuck up, dog. Come on. That man down shit was bogus. Strap season turned to strawberry season. And man down turned to man up. That shit is bogus as hell, dog. Bills Camp, what's the salute to you on deck. Derrick James also offered Derrick Jones' phone number as part of the deal with AJ. Man, look, Jerry Jones is not about to, go against, You know, the one boxer that he pulled in, you know what I'm saying, to help out, to bring more attention to his training facility. He's not gonna step over Spence like that, man. He's not gonna do it. And I can really care less, bro. I can really care less, because the bogus part about it, people act like he has such high pay-per-view numbers heading into that Mikey Garcia. No, Jerry Jones know what he was doing. 6 to 8 weeks with the guy you've been with for that long might be all they need. I would think it wouldn't be enough, though. But then again, it's only Keith Thurman. We're talking about him training a heavyweight. Oh, my God. Now, you just didn't get disrespectful, did you, Blunt? You're trying to say, well, he fighting Keith Thurman and all that shit. Keith Thurman ain't no motherfucking body, man. Look at him. Shit, man. He ain't did shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? In 2,401 days, man, he only had 5 fights, dog. Man, come on, man. That man, he's done, bro. He's done. Basically, he's over. Done. I ain't nobody scared of this nigga, man. If I wanted to get in shape, I can do it. I can go in there and fight him. You said, Blunt just said, it would. I would think it wouldn't be enough, though. But then again, it's only Keith Thurman. See, the disrespect boxing fans have, man. When the guy was a former unified champion, they was calling him what? We have, man. It's only Keith, man. Come on, dog. It's only Keith. Keith, we talking? Yeah, that same dude. He was on top of a mountain playing a vuvuzela, bro. He's no threat. He's harmless. He's a has-been. Not the way he used to be. 8-10 of Jermell Charlo's last win were knockouts and stoppages. Jermell Charlo, man, I gave him his mad respect, Kate. I gave him mad respect for Brian Castano. But nope, this is not about him. I am reading the comments, though. And you know what? Hit the like button. Hit the like button for me. I appreciate it. Hit the like button. I would appreciate it. We got 22 likes and we have damn near 30 in the building. Damn, dog. Shout out to my guy Trick Noty on deck, man. Hey, man. He was right down the road from me when Ronnie Shields was going to train him. I was actually going to head to the gym to get a picture and an interview with that pirate, but he went with Garcia. Peep this out, though. Him going with Garcia, right? The same criticism that Garcia got, it's the same criticism we giving DJ. What brings him over here to DJ in this short window that he needs to improve on? I mean, he looked different in his last fight, for sure. But his cardio, bro, you don't need from the cardio. You don't need him. You just need yourself. You need to dedicate yourself to punching the clock to get that cardio. That's what you need. He says, so look, if we know that DJ is focused on AJ until April 1st, doesn't that mean we can project when Spence fight possibly? No, there's no news on that, man. You know, me, I'm pretty much content on having some type of integrity, some type of boxing morals and principles, to not sit up here when I'm looking at MMA news, mixed martial arts, I'm looking at their news. I don't have to go through this rigmarole, right? But yet every time I turn my head over here to boxing, it's storylines all over the fucking place. Twists and turns. The 3 little pigs blowing down houses and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you get tired of the obstacles that's placed in your way. And you're like, where did that shit come from? What did this article come from? Who broke this news? And that's what I'm about to transition over to. Okay? I'm gonna read one more comment. So let me see. So if Derrick James is putting all his time to AJ, how much time is Spence actually getting in preparation for Keith Thurman May 27th? Okay, so if it's May 27th, right? And we say April 1st, we got to take a week off that. I mean, is he really truly getting one-on-one training from Derrick James if he shut down. Yeah, if they shut down that last week before April 1st, and then he's supposed to be supposedly, being in fight camp. We have a tandem going on here because we know Jermell Charlo ain't in fight camp right now. So let's just say Spence is the co-op. So he's there training with Joshua and everything like that. They may be feeding off each other. You know what I'm saying? Let's be positive. They may be goddamn feeding off each other. They may be giving, motivating, pushing each other and all that other shit. It may goddamn work the strawberries out of freaking Spence. For real. It may cause him to say, you know what? It's time for a change, goddammit. And then Joshua may look over and say, yep, I agree. Don't think you have to have a relapse. I don't want to see relapse again. Leave the strawberries alone. You're looking healthy. Thanksgiving is so far down the road in November. You know what I mean? Let's get down to it, Spence. Come on. You better than this, man. Man, you ain't lying no more. Hypothetical. Fuck that nigga Spence. I have to transition to the next topic, man. I do. Tony said Al Heyman ain't letting Spence Jr. in that ring with that Omaha monster. I know, man. They're not gonna let him touch him. Look, they want him so far gone. The only people that's really talking about anything is on the YTC, but yet the news is very quiet about what Spence has going on. Now we're up here talking about Joshua. But peep this out. Let's get to the next, the grand finale, bro. It's a lot that's going on with this fight right here. Okay? Now, listen, WCS is not a clickbaiting channel, nor do I put out fake news like this. All right? But I'm wishing and hoping to be wrong, so people can goddamn do some videos on me and goddamn so I can get some clout chasing points or whatever. I just really like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they say you do all the time. If you mention another channel, you clout chasing. So I'm about to get down into some news about Gervonta Davis, right? So, y'all ready? Whatever you heard about the Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. First of all, let me do this correctly. I'm not doing it correctly. Hold up. I need to get a proper intro to Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. Or not. But we all know right now Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia name has been out here full blown everywhere you turn, right? Everywhere you turn. Recently, news has broke. Gervonta Davis, Baltimore's own, sitting at 28 victories, 0 defeats, and 26 knockouts. He is a 3-weight world champion. Ryan Garcia, on the other hand, he is a social media phenomenon. And pretty much that is the golden road that has led him to the doorstep to potentially step in the ring with Gervonta Tank Davis. All right? Now, we all know that Gervonta Davis, the pay-per-view star that he is, he's also a highlight reel connoisseur. Absolutely. But then you look at this fight that's materializing. They're trying to bring it to fruition. We have Ryan Garcia that is strictly based on looks, his popularity, and the outside the rings population via social media that he has amassed. He has amassed a grand following. Millions, supposedly, on IG. Millions. Millions, dog. Upon millions. So, not to, pull back old scabs, but Ryan Garcia was the Doug Masters Coalition pound for pound for a long time because he didn't want to fight Devin Haney, ducked him. He called out Gervonta Davis, you know what I'm saying, overlooking Devin Haney, who was in the room, disrespectful. Then He pulls out from Gervonta Davis for whatever reason that was. I'm not saying the fight was even close to being made. I'm just saying he mentioned it. And then he said he was going to fight Manny Pacquiao to catch weight, pulled out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when we was looking for him to really give us that big time fight, he struggled. He went in there with Olympian Luke Campbell. He struggled. He even tasted the canvas on that fight. Then, you know, his other fight with Emmanuel Tago, who only had one loss. Went up there and went the distance with Emmanuel. He did knock him down, but couldn't get him up out of there. And then, of course, Javier Fortuna came in there looking like a soggy tater tot, like he ain't did no type of conditioning training, looking like wet cereal. You know what I'm saying? Up there trading gifts and shit at the face-off. Oh, no. You take it. You take it, amigo. You take my cap. You take my cap. Yes, you know, no respect. Respect, amigo. Muchas gracias for the fight, amigo. Love you. Te quiero and love you. Thank you for giving me this time, this moment. You know, Javier Fortuna came up there bearing gifts. He came up there bearing gifts, y'all. He got stopped. Like we didn't see that shit coming. So now it brings us to this point right here where in 2022, the word had broke that Gervonta had a 2-fight lineup. He was going to fight 2 Garcias in 23. Not 1 Garcia, but 2 Garcias, right? One was already signed, and it was automatic. It was easy. We had a 130-pound champion moving up to 35, and his first fight was going to be against that Baltimore freaking Kodiak beast, that Mr. El Chin Checker himself, Tank Davis, and he went in there and got the job done against him. You know what I'm saying? He stopped him. Now we head into the next fight. All right? We heading into the big kahuna. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. The only thing big about this fight is Gervonta Tank Davis. Real talk. That's it. But now we see in this era and this modern age that popularity is playing a huge role in boxing. You know why? Because the sport is starving. The sport is starving, man. They're starving to bring in revenue. Because when you have a sport that's non-regulated, the people that is making money over these past decades are the individuals that's not really giving back to the sport. A lot of these cats that are shakers and movers, they don't use their own money for the sport. They have money. You know what I'm saying? They have money to so-called connect and keep the lights on and do the proper paperwork and things happen. They're not using their money. So for decades upon decades upon decades, right? There's no way that boxing can grow as an entity because it's unregulated. It's not as one. It's not an autonomous type of system. It's everywhere. So when you have all these branches, right? And I wouldn't even say boxing has just one base. You know what I'm saying? One base, one rooting system to one tree of life. I don't think it's like that. I think it's just multiple motherfucking trees that bearing fruit for boxing to eat off of. And that's why it's starving the way it is. How can you be in the sport this fucking long and the only promotions that you truly, truly know at the highest level is TGB, Top Rank, Golden Boy, and now Probellums came into the situation. You know what I'm saying? You have the Zone over there, Matchroom, but they haven't really been on the site as long as some of these promoters, man. How and why haven't other promotions been able to come up and join the class? Join the head of the class. How? Because it's a lot of corruption going on. It's a lot of, shoulder, elbow, brushing elbows and shoulder bumping and under the table handshakes, side deals and all this other bullshit. But let's get back to the task. Hear it from me. Hear it from me. I'm going to take full responsibility for what I'm about to say. Hear it from me. Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia fight is not in jeopardy, bro. It's not in jeopardy over no rematch clause. It's not. What did they tell you all? They told you that news should be official within the next week and so forth like that. They're prepping you all. They want you all to sit up here and be chattering your motherfucking teeth and shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking goddamn biting your finger. Oh my God. Is this fucking happen? Listen to me. Because a lot of people don't like listen to what I got to say because somehow they wrapped up in believing they was math scholars. So they look at the channel and say, no, I don't see 500 people in your chat. No, it's a little bit below 25. You got to stay consistent. Listen to me. The fight is not in jeopardy. Once again, Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia is not in OT, is not in jeopardy. Once again, I repeat, because these cats love putting shit I put out. They love giving somebody else the credit. It's not in jeopardy. Don't believe that BS that you hearing. This fight isn't in jeopardy. This fight isn't in jeopardy, bro. This fight is happening. This fight is happening. This fight is happening. Absolutely. It ain't no freaking Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford shit. No. This fight is not in jeopardy, y'all. This fight is going to happen. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's going to go down. All right? I want your mind to be at ease, man, when you listen to all these other people sit up here and say the fight's in jeopardy. The fight ain't in jeopardy. I stand on it. I stand on it. The fight ain't in jeopardy. The fight is not in jeopardy. Remember, I told you that. It's so much information that comes out on these boxing platforms. I'm talking about these big, these well-known media segues. And they'll just say, well, we need attention placed on this fight. Look at it. We need to pull out of them as much stress as possible, y'all. Don't you see the trend? It's always like that for the fights that we want to see. It's always a motherfucking stress level. You want me to do a comparison like I always do? What about Canelo and freaking Caleb Plant? That fight was canceled, right? Everybody was like, oh, I want to see Canelo get undisputed. That shit was canceled. And then they picked another date. This shit has been going on for years upon years upon years, man. There's a big fight going on, and then they turn around, and it's always a twist. Well, we don't think the fight's going to happen. We just seen it happen with Spence and Crawford. We knew that was quite different because Crawford didn't have a promoter. So we already knew what was going on their side, why they was making it difficult. But in this fight right here, Gervonta and Ryan Garcia, the fight ain't in jeopardy. No way even close to it. Don't believe that rematch shit. If you think for 1 second that this fight isn't going to happen because of a rematch clause, as much money as these individuals about to make, y'all want me to put it out there since you haven't heard it? Do you know, somebody put it in the chat, how much you think these guys going to make? How much you think they're going to make? Look, we didn't get the Crawford Spence fight. So I'm going to sit up here and bless y'all, right? Because look, we boxing fanatics on the WCS, bro. You know what I'm saying? We boxing fanatics, man. We stay true to it. Before I put the information out there, I don't want nobody to say they heard it anywhere else. I just want to know if the numbers are out yet on the great possibility of what they're gonna make. What do you think Gervonta or Ryan Garcia is gonna make in this fight? Please, come on. Let's have some interaction, bro. Come on, man. It ain't no who's right or wrong. None of that shit, bro. What do you think they're gonna make in this fight? Because I just told you the fight ain't in jeopardy. All right, stand on it. Don't believe any of that stuff. The fight is not in jeopardy. The fight is not in jeopardy. Real talk. How much you think they're gonna make a piece? And man, I'm gonna get on Regis later. Y'all might as well stop talking about that Regis shit. I really don't want to, go into detail about Regis. Man, please. Gervonta ain't about to fight no Regis Prograis, bro. Regis is with Probellum. Man, come on, bro. Lock it in, man. Why do we got to keep going back and forth and thinking, oh, well, he's going to leave Ryan Garcia and fight a Regis Prograis who barely anybody really know globally? It's no knock on Regis. Look, I like Regis Prograis, Rougarou. I do. I respect the shit out of him as a fighter. He's about that. But his popularity is not on the level of Ryan Garcia. Nor are they going to go over to a quote-unquote Probellum who's supposedly attached. Wasn't y'all just a couple of months talking about, oh, well, Probellum, they're attached to that MTK, Daniel Cannon, and they attached. They're not doing business with them. Isn't that what Crawford was trying to do? He was trying to sign with Probellum. Bro, Gervonta is not going over there to fight no Regis Prograis, man. Did you hear Regis mention anything about Gervonta Davis lately? He's busy trying to fight Adrian Broner. He just recently said that on an interview, bro. Y'all need to wipe that shit clean. Tank ain't fighting no Regis Prograis right now. Anybody? Okay. Appreciate you, Haynes. Appreciate you. Okay. So, combined, all right, I'm putting it out there. Combined is just under 30 for both fighters. Okay, combined for both fighters that they're gonna get combined is under 30. All right, it's under 30. Now you can say what you want. You can say, well, nobody. Look. I'm not gonna start mentioning names of people who putting out fake news. 15, 20 goddamn times a freaking month. I'm not doing that. I'm standing on me. I'm not telling you anything. I'm not that channel that just be putting out shit. I'm not saying I'm perfect. You can listen and take it for however you worth, and you want to base it off numbers and all that. Cool. But one thing you can't take, I know who I know. So for one, I'm telling you again, the fight is not in jeopardy. Right? I don't care where you read it. It's not. I don't have to go back and forth telling you how much hocus pocus is in this motherfucker. The fight ain't in jeopardy. They're going to make very well. Both fighters are going to make very, very well to the point where combined, they just sitting up on the 30 mil. They're going to get paid. And it ain't lopsided like you think, shawty. For real. It's not lopsided like you think. It's not like Tank is going to be getting motherfucking 20 million and Ryan is going to get 7 million. No. Have y'all heard any dates lately on Tank and Garcia? Have y'all heard any dates? But appreciate that, Haynes. You dropped that first. From my understanding, you dropped the numbers first. Appreciate you. Shout out to Coach Malachi, man. True Meetings today. USA Boxing. Salute to you, brother. Peace to WCS and salute to everyone in the chat. Salute to you. Man. It's full of shit. That's all we need. Virgil, Ron, Munguia, Zerto, and Rocha have been matched with trash. So Zerto knew he was ready, wasn't ready. Same will be done with the rest. I totally disagree with you 100%, Mitch, to say that Zerto had over 40 professional wins, undefeated, former super middleweight world champion, and you're going to try to say the dude was not ready because he got outworked just like Canelo? He didn't look as bad. Canelo didn't look as bad as Zerto, but you trying to tell me that dude wasn't ready? That's cap. That's false. That's BS, bro. That's BS. You trying to say he wasn't ready? How many fights do you have to be ready for a fighter that's not even well known? Goddamn, Bivol has half the fights, bro. How can he not be ready? Come on, that's lunacy you talking. That's lunacy that you was mentioning some shit like that, bro. Munguia, how many losses do Munguia have, bro? How many? How many losses does Munguia have, bro? How many losses does Virgil Ortiz have? I'm just saying, how many, bro? How many losses? Shout out to Lisa Bells. I don't see your comments. I would read them if I see. Roddy Body, what's good? Salute to you. I will read them, but salute to Lisa, covering from COVID. I'm glad you recovered, sister. Shout out to the OG on deck. I gotta call Lisa the OG, man. She be everywhere, man. She ain't my OG. I'm talking about boxing OG now. She over. She put her time in. She be talking that boxing with the best of them. I was just guessing from the way you was talking. I can kind of read between the lines, my guy. I've been waiting for a long time. So I'm putting, nobody wanted to pick a date. So put this date on your calendar. Put this date out there. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it close to you. Let's keep the date. April. I would say, let me see. Keep this date in April, right? Hold on for a second. Put this date down. April 15th in Vegas. April 15th. April 15th. I know it ain't out there yet. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good. That's what I'm standing on. That's what I'm saying. You can believe me, or you don't have to. It's okay. It's fine. Like I said, I ain't trying to be right like that. You can believe me. I'm not trying to convince these people to want to look at big channels, these big ass channels, to be absolutely lying all the fucking time, bro. These channels has been up here and getting all this damn attention, but they just put out any fucking thing. They just put out anything. And I'm not trying to go ahead and go against no other channels right now. I'm just putting out three things. The fight is not in jeopardy. Okay? The fight is not in jeopardy. Both El Chinchecker and Ryan Garcia is going to get paid a piece combined below 30 million. They're going to probably get paid, I would say give or take 13 million a piece. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? 12 to 13 million a piece. You can look, you can do all your construction on what I'm saying. It don't matter to me. You can say what you want, do what you want. I don't look all around this motherfucker and see who had it out there. Shit ain't out there. I could care less. I'm just talking to my listeners. I don't care who else tuned in, right? And then also the fight date. April 15th. It's not on BoxRec yet. April 15th. That's what we're going to go with. That's what I'm going with. April 15th, fight date, right? The money really don't matter to me. I'll just put that out there for knowledge. And just to put this out there that the fight is not in jeopardy. The fight is not in jeopardy. Those are three, nice, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about juicy nuggets right there that you can take for thought, or you could just put them in your recycle bin, bro, and go on about your day. It's all good. I hear these dudes out here talking about Tank is gonna go over there and fight Regis. That's cap. Tank ain't going over there to fight no Regis, man. Stop making up shit. You know who you are too. He ain't going over there and fight no Regis other than no Ryan Garcia. Come on, bro. Ain't nobody even looking for that fight at 140 for Tank to go up there and fight Regis at 140. Nobody's looking for that fight just because he has a title. Come on, man. Y'all just be up here talking. Let me know when that shit gets signed. Real talk. Because Regis have not been on record as saying anything about no motherfucking Gervonta Davis. Like, he's really set on potentially getting a fight with Adrian Broner. Because you know Adrian's going to bring the money in. He's going to bring the ticket sales in. They've been going at this shit since he was in the WBSS, bro. Real talk. WCS is letting you know, bro. You remember when he dropped out of the WBSS, the World Boxing Super Series, because he said the money wasn't right? So him and Adrian Broner started going at each other. They've been at this fight for a while. He's been wanting to fight Adrian for a while. And him and Adrian been going back and forth. He's looking for a fight with Broner, bro. That's what Regis want. This shit about Tank fighting Regis, man, get up. Stop it, bro. Stop the... Man, come on now. Man, y'all let these dudes, these numbers, man, continue to just say anything and everything. It just gets too easy just to walk away from this shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's easy for me just to dang switch over and look at some other combat news and just turn it off. Because these dudes are making up fucking stories and cats are sitting in the chat just listening. And I'm like, where's this information derived for? It's just Mr. Rogers' neighborhood? Like, it's time for another story? And gather around, boys and girls. I have another story for you. Grab a little sucker off the counter. Yeah. Grab you a Capri Sun, and it's story time. Welcome. I'm Mr. Rogers. Now, come on, bro. Let me know when that fight happened. But that's what it is. Any questions, man? Any questions y'all got for me? It's all good. But I just gave you 3 nuggets. If you hear something in the next week and a half, then let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what happens in the next several weeks. Let's go. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna stand on mine though. I'm gonna stand on mine. I know. Look, what I do know for a fact, that the fight ain't in no jeopardy. You know, I'm not putting on no kids that I had to pass. I ain't putting on relatives that I had to pass. I ain't putting on no stack of barrels. I don't have to do that. I'm telling everyone that's going out here pushing that narrative that the fight's in jeopardy. That's false. That's false. I'm not saying the channel's lying because it's out there on big. Okay, it's on mainstream media. I get it. But I'm telling you, the fight is not in jeopardy. You don't have to believe me. I'm letting you know point blank, the fight is not in jeopardy because of no freaking rematch clause. That's poker shit that's going on out here once again. And you know what? You know, I'm not going to continue to go in detail. You know, I know the people that I communicate with, and it ain't no middleman in between that bitch. It ain't no middleman. I don't go ahead and put shit out. I don't put shit out in the past, and other people want to give credit to other channels for doing it. You ain't hurt my feelings, bro. You ain't hurt my feelings. All I'm telling you about this particular fight is what I just told you. It's up to you to take it or leave it. Anyway, they saw Regis' tweet and thought it was him trying to fight Tank. I think Regis meant he would fight Ryan. Listen, so let me get this straight. Do you think Golden Boy is about to reach over and fight and go fight a fighter that's on Probellum with everything that's going on? Wasn't it at one point in time when they was up here talking about they want to wash their hands with any type of association with Canahan? All the freaking negativity that these channels like Fanon, I'm gonna throw his name out there because he was up here talking about how Crawford was associated with Daniel Canahan and all that shit, right? So why would you put a live stream out there about Regis Prograis potentially fighting Gervonta Davis? Why isn't he getting the same negativity that you was out here putting a bow and arrow effect down range, saying that Crawford was this, that, and the other when it comes to that entity, Daniel Canahan? Why would you even think that all of a sudden this shit is over? It ain't over. People have rumor mill out there that he's somehow affiliated over there. You know what I'm saying? He's somehow affiliated with Probellum. So therefore, people unwilling to touch it. They unwilling to touch that shit. And all of a sudden, Javante is gonna fight Regis Prograis. Like I said, let me know when that shit happen. Let me know. Y'all continue to listen to these dudes, man. It's crazy, bro. Regis has a belt, and it's all about who he's with, man. He would have been good if the information never came out. If they didn't put a bounty, if they didn't lock down and put a bounty on that dude and try to extradite him over here, it wouldn't be a problem. But it is a problem. It is a problem. If I announced Sunday, then it should be damn near ready to go. This should be cleared up quick. It ain't no, look, Blunts. Listen, brother. It ain't no should be nothing. It ain't nothing wrong with anything. You could take it however you feel, brother. I'm telling you, it ain't no should be nothing, bro. It ain't no nothing in jeopardy and all this other. I'm telling you, there ain't no jeopardy included. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting y'all know whether you want to be on the fence, that's up to you. I'm just telling you. Believe what you want to believe. It ain't no should be. The shit is already good. I'm just saying, Shawty. I'm just putting it out there, man. That's all I can do, man. You don't want to believe me, okay, man. I'm still going to move forward in life, man. This is only one day. Let's get to the end of the week. Let's get the next week. Let's see when then. Don't sit up here and say, oh, well, somehow, some way it was going to be announced. I'm telling you, it ain't no jeopardy in this shit, bro. The fight's going to happen. It's a lot of money. This is the biggest fight. Listen to me when I tell you. This is the biggest fight of 2023. This shit, listen to me. They are going to put so much effort into Tank and Ryan, bro. You have no idea. This is not going to be this is not going to be no loosely, how you put it? This is not going to be no loosely organized production. These guys are about to go to somewhere outside of the MGM arena, bro. They are not going to the Grand Arena, bro. This is much bigger. This is crazy. Look, this shit right here. Listen to me. This fight right here, though I've had criticism of Ryan Garcia, and I still do. Somehow the worlds are coming together. The plans. Look, I'm gonna tell you another nugget. I'm gonna give you another nugget, right? Why do you think these other surrounding fights that's supposed to be macro fights, they're supposed to be the big fights? Why do you think all these fights are being canceled? They're putting all the money and interest into Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis, dog. They're putting all the emphasis and planning into. Why do you think all these fighters are coming up injured and they don't have a fight schedule? They're putting everything, vested interest, into freaking Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis, man. Shout out to NYT. What's good on deck? Salute to you, brother. I'm saying it's done. Period, Blunts. Oh, so you saying nothing's going on at all? I ain't catch that. If it's all good, then Oscar will be announcing during the Super Bowl, like he said. I'm trying to. I don't know nothing about no. Look, I'm not gonna go all that. I put out what I put. I'm telling you what I'm telling you. I'm seeing all these people, reading, and I understand, bro. It's natural. You're going with what's breaking news and what's floating around and what's trending. I get it. I'm just putting it out there. Whether the people want to believe it or not, it's okay. I searched around to see who mentioned it. And didn't nobody have any of it out there. You know, all I'm reading is several channels, you know, and it's no knock on them. It's no disrespect, man. They talking about the fight's in jeopardy. The fight ain't in no motherfucking jeopardy. The fight is not in jeopardy, okay? Tank is in fight camp. Ryan is in camp. I'm not saying no buckle down like you got to take a flight down there on a parasail or something. I'm telling you, bro. Both of these fighters are locking in because it's about to be a hell of a next several months leading up to this fight. Real talk. They putting all their vested interests into that fight. Why do you think all the other names are pushed to the wayside? Even your boy Errol. Rick Glaser said last night Probellum is going to be sold in the next few months. So hopefully that will clear up any connection to Daniel Cunningham. Hey, I'm glad you brought that up, Toby. Okay, so check this out now. So are you saying that Cunningham is connected to Probellum? How? How? Who proved that? How is he connected? How? Where has an article came out that say DK is connected to Probellum? Wasn't it another known face that was supposed to be connected to Probellum who was legit? What was that guy name? Y'all know who his name is. Wasn't he supposed to be connected to Probellum? I mean, have they proven that DK is connected to Probellum? And what about the fighters that's you know, signed and sealed over there? Where are they gonna go? Who are they gonna be? Oh, my fault. Now we get to the point where people are saying that those contracts are gonna be sold to somebody and all that, like it's a slave trade. I get it, Shawty. You know what I'm saying? I get it, bro. Oscar wouldn't dare put Queen Cap in the ring with Regis before the tank. Hell no. Man, that's done. That's homicide, dog. That's the first 24. Fuck the 48. That's the first 24. They're gonna know who committed the crime. They're gonna know who committed the crime. It's not even gonna be a first 48. It's gonna be the first 4 to 8. Yes, we have determined the suspect has been detained, but no charges are filed because he was legally able to carry out that thrashing, that volatile beatdown that millions of people watched before our eyes. So no charges are going to be filed. Unfortunately, the victim will never be the same. Thank you all for coming out, and no more questions at this time. Got that riot, boy. He'll be part of the first 4 to 8. Yes, the crime has been solved. It's too much evidence that was presented on national TV that we already know how it happened, why it happened. I can see that, but honestly, I see that coming off of Ryan back more than Tank. Tank touched Ryan clean. Retire, watch. Listen to me, y'all. The reason why you don't see these fighters in the ring, man, all these fighters coming up with injuries because they focus directly on one fight, man. I told you all that these networks give Al Heyman a budget. Why do you think all these fights were put on pay-per-view? When it got to the point of making a big fight that will basically generate a high end of revenue, their sole focus was to make that fight. These guys are not fighting at the MGM Grand, y'all. They about to do it motherfucking grand. They're about to do it grand. They talking about these dudes are going to be in Allegiant Stadium, bro. Not the MGM Grand, Allegiant Stadium. What? Baltimore's own? What are you talking about? Gorilla? Mr. El Chinche, he's about to go to Baltimore to Allegiant Stadium and fight for millions? Dude, this is the perfect time for him, the level change. Perfect time for Tank to level change. He's gonna he's gonna carry Ryan up there with him. Of course, Ryan's riding off the motherfucking the wing of Tank Davis, who's flying in there into Vegas. Javante is the motherfucking headliner. People are curious to see if Ryan can participate and be a correct dance partner to Javante's Davis party, because this is a Tank Davis party. At the end of the day, this is his level change in his boxing career. This is Tank Davis level change, for real. This is when he go to a whole nother freaking starlight, man. He's going to a whole nother freaking stratosphere with this fight that's coming up mid part of the year. This is turning out. They're gonna promote. They're gonna support. They're gonna do everything to push this fight to be the biggest fight. That's why you don't see any real big names, man. Caleb Plant don't count. Stop it. They don't count, man. These fights is going on in Vegas. Okay, cool. But look at the ones that's not happening. You know, Ryan Garcia might be on the highlight reel, man. You know, we seeing his boy Rolly. Rolly got up from the knockdown. Rolly got up, though. I give him that. That leg was twitching, though. The motherfucking neurological headquarters like malfunction, 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 alert, 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 danger, danger, malfunction, malfunction. That they was trying to send that signal down to that leg. The leg kept twitching. Alert, alert, danger, malfunction. He got up, though. I don't think Ryan gets up. If Tank catch him with a shot like he did Hector Garcia, if he catch him with a shot he did Rolly Romero, Ryan Garcia ain't getting up. We seen him on his right shoulder in Luke Campbell's fight, dog. The chin is not going anywhere, just like it never left Amir Khan. It never left Tito Trinidad. It never left Anthony Joshua. It's a physical anatomy deficiency. That's what it is. You can't fix the chin, bro. I don't care if he come in there with duct tape, with some titanium rods in that bitch. Tank Davis slide this up, man. It's nothing he can do to reinforce that lower structure below his nose. That long ass neck that he got. That, you know, I mean, come on. It's only a matter of time, bro. That long ass Ryan Garcia neck, it looks good in videos with him doing drills and body challenges and doing the flash. It looks all good. But I challenge him to close his eyes doing combinations when he's in there with Tank Davis and see what day next month you're going to wake up. Let's put some money on that. Blink your eyes like you do, you know, for the video reels and everything, and see what day next month you're going to wake up, bro. Because I guarantee you, when you wake up, you're going to be blinking your eyes too, like, welcome, buddy. It's good to see you open your eyes. Where am I? Where am I? Just relax, buddy. You'll be okay. Don't worry about none of that. You're in good hands. Don't worry about it, buddy. You're fine now. Where am I? Why did I get here? Don't worry about it, buddy. Just relax. Don't worry about it, buddy. Just relax. You're okay. You're in good hands. Somebody give him an ice pack. Get him some water. He finally awakened. Get him some water. What happened? You've been asleep for 343 days. We're just happy to see you awake now. 340 what? Yeah, 348 days. The number keep going up. You've been asleep for 365 days. Damn, dog. What? How did I get okay? The doctor told us not to give you any information. No. Just relax, buddy. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be bad, bro. I want to see what Ryan says to the doctor after he wake up. Did I get hit? No, he damn near broke your neck. Lay down, son. You know what I'm saying, Tony? Lay down, buddy. Lay down. No, you can't get out. You can't get out. No, relax. I'm telling y'all, that long ass neck that Ryan Garcia has, bro. I cannot see him. I cannot visualize it. I can't visualize him somehow getting up from a flush Gervonta Davis left hand. I cannot fathom Ryan Garcia returning to his feet from either hand, the left, the right, it don't matter. He knocks him out with either hand. I don't see him getting up, bro. That's just me. People going to be calling the police when Tank knocks Ryan head off. Man, they're going to call him, man. It's going to be the first 4 to 8. And they're going to get on, they're going to get on live local news and they're going to say, hey, I know everybody's in an uproar about what you just witnessed. But you have to remember, you was watching a sport, the Hurt Business. As brutal as it was, we cannot press charges just because you want him to be held accountable. How violent the results were. We can't do it. You're gonna hear screams coming from the crowd. Oh yeah, they're gonna pan the camera over there. People gonna have both hands over their mouth. Some people gonna have it over their eyes. They're gonna be peeking through their fingers. No, Ryan. It's gonna be just like Leo Santa Cruz. I can't look. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell, bro. Wherever that may be, that I can go down there and source a demon and say, can you come here for a second? Hurry up. It's hot down this motherfucker. Hey, did you hear about the fight that's coming up? Did you? What's your thoughts on? Do you think it's a possibility that he can go the distance of Gervonta Davis? Do you think it's any way, shape, or possible? Even the demonics, you know what I'm saying? The dark angels in hell would tell you, we are for sure. He will pay us a visit. He will pay us a visit sometime soon. Gervonta will send him straight to hell. Man, I'm telling you, man, he ain't gonna be able to do it. Listen to me. Let's get back to the task, bro. I told you what I told you. The fight is good. They ain't debating over no motherfucking rematch. That's good to keep everybody vested and all that, but it's bullshit. All right. So channels you can continue to make lives on it, but that's false information. And they ain't fighting over no motherfucking rematch clause. They gonna get paid very, very well, and keep that April 15th date on your calendar. All right. If anything changes, I'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? That's just my nuggets. That's just my 3 nuggets that I put out there. You feel me? So I appreciate everyone for pulling up, of course, as always. But hopefully, you know, you won't take it for granted. Can I get 30 likes? I'm sitting at 29. I know we live in a freaking numeric simulated system daily, but come on, just click that and get that 30 up. You know, that 3-0, that 3-0, that 3-0. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is 3 dimes. It's 3 dimes. Let's get the likes up, bro. And appreciate everyone for pulling up. Big shout out to those of you that tuned in, as always. Shout out to the mods, man. Shout out to the wrenches. You know, shout out to the wrenches, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Y'all definitely check out these channels, man, that's in the chat. Big Blunts and Boxing. Check out Big Blunts and Boxing. Today you about to check out Coach. You know what I'm saying? He comes on every day, 1500 military time. Strong. That's 3 o'clock p.m. All right. 3 o'clock p.m. You know what I'm saying? The Exo Factory. Be sure to check that brother out. You know what I'm saying? Tune in his channel. I ain't see the Mac Mob was. Y'all definitely check the Mac Mob, man. The Wolfpack, man. Salute to you, brother, for pulling up. Definitely check out the Mac Mob and all these channels I mentioned earlier. I think if I'm Cam, if you got a channel, check out Cam's channel. Who else is in the building? Oh, Bruce Gas. Check out Bruce Gas' channel. Man, the OG man be having some good info on the old vets, the old OGs, man, that came up through the golden. I'm talking about the transformation of boxing when it used to be a lot different, when these fights used to fight one another. You know, he'd be on there chilling, chopping it up with these guys. Much respect to Bruce Gas, man. Who else on here? Yeah, check out these channels, man. Yeah, until next time, people, you already know what it is, man. Continue to support, likes. You know what I'm saying? Remember what I said. See if I'm capping or not. That's all. See if I'm capping. That's all. It's as easy as it get. See if I'm capping, bro. And if I'm not capping, you know, try not to give credit to all these other cats that's just willing to just take credit and don't cite where they heard it from because they don't like WCS. I'm just telling you, if it stands strong, right? If the motherfucking cement, well, I'll take that back. The cement already dried. I'm talking about for y'all, because some of y'all like, I don't want to believe that shit, dog. No, dog. How did he know that shit? Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports, man. Salute to y'all. One love. And we'll do it again, man. I'm out.